Hello everybody, welcome to another video. I've had a few requests for this reading, and today's case is the attack on Mollie Olgin Kristine Chapa, also known as Mary Chapa, in June of 2012 in a park in Portland, Texas. They were there as a couple, and a man, I believe David Strickland is his name, attacked them. He blindfolded them, abused them sexually, and then shot them both in the head. Mollie did not survive, but Kristine did. And I've had a few reading requests to see if Mollie has any messages for Kristine. So we're going to take a look if any messages come through at all. In order to help us do that, we have here the Urban Tarot deck, this one, and we have as a backup the Modern Witch Tarot, which is this one, just in case we want to do a little extra, because of course this is a slightly different reading because we're asking for messages for Kristine, and I do tend to get a lot of background information whenever I do my reading. If you've seen a few of my readings, you'll see that I tend to get the whole situation in the lineup, not so much in ways of messages. So we're just gonna start shuffling and seeing what cards we get. Normally I would do a bunch of shuffling, and then if I have two rows of cards, I will start the explanation of what I see there. But I think if I just go ahead and shuffle now, we'll see a bunch of cards emerging, and we can just go ahead and see what messages we get. So let's just start with the Urban Tarot deck. So we're looking for messages from Mollie for Kristine. I believe that they were in a relationship, and they have been for about 5 months seriously when they got attacked. Oh, we got two of them here. Let's see what we got. The Nine of Swords and the Eight of Pentacles. Okay, so the Nine of Swords is somebody who is stressed out, anxious, that type of thing. And we have here the Eight of Pentacles, which is normally a focusing card, working really hard on something. And these two together to me say that Mollie wants Kristine not to focus too much on her anxiety, rather continue to build her own existence, focus on getting better, focus on moving on. Because what's happened, and that doesn't mean that Kristine's life has to stop. Obviously, it's really tragic what happened. Now it's time for Kristine to drop the worry. And obviously, this is not going to be an overnight process. That's why the Eight of Pentacles is showing up. Basically just saying work hard on getting through this drama. And I do believe that she's giving interviews, and I think I saw her on a stage somewhere. So I believe that's really helping in her processing that grief and loss. And perhaps also I'm hearing that might be used to change things for the better in general. Let's see what else we get here. By which I mean to say, a lot of times people who have experienced some type of trauma will educate other people on that. And I definitely see her giving such interviews and talks is also helping a lot of other people through their own things. And we have here the Devil in reverse. Now the Devil is usually some type of addiction card, could also be an addiction to a certain mindset. And I do believe that this lineup is starting to say don't get stuck right there, because the Nine of Swords already kind of pointed towards that, there being a level of anxiety, just emotions that she's stuck in, maybe some thoughts running through her head that are just kind of obsessive. And this Devil in reverse is next to the Eight of Pentacles, saying it's time to let go of that, because it's not serving you. Oh, there we go. Card just flew off to the side. Hope you guys saw that. This is the Princess of Discs, which is the Page of Pentacles. Now you can see that there's a person here sitting on a windowsill looking outside. Initially I would say hey, don't put yourself inside, don't keep yourself indoors for the fear of running into other people like David. Rather join the life that you see outside the window, the sunshine, all that sort of thing. Don't trap yourself in a negative mindset. Now, honestly, I don't know exactly what Kristine is doing right now, and maybe she's actually already in this phase where she's out there joining the fun rather than staying inside. And this person on the card actually is just enjoying life as well by looking out the window, and she is helping other people out. I believe she is the teacher of this class. You can kind of see the stuff that the kids have made, and the class gerbil, I think that is, I don't know. So yeah, that's definitely her role, to teach people and maybe to guarantee a brighter and sunnier future through the pain and hardship that they experienced. She might already be doing that, but it's just kind of like an encouragement to keep doing that. Focus on the positive and helping others. That jumped, but that one didn't fall. Okay, so we're just going to keep moving. Anything else that Mollie would like to say? Oh, this bunch wants to go, but not quite. Oh, there we go. Those two. This is the Ace of Cups and the Universe in reverse, which is the Fool. Now, the Ace of Cups is usually like a new initiative, and in particular for love and emotions. And the Fool is in reverse, which usually means that somebody is not letting the universe lead them, but rather taking control into their own hands. This might actually mean, I'm getting this impression that she shouldn't hold off relating to other people because of what happened to Mollie. Like, don't get stuck thinking what could have been and ignoring other people who may be trying to enter your life, that type of thing. Like, purposely just continue living. That's what I'm seeing over here anyway, just with the whole focus and the Nine of Swords, etc., like I was saying earlier. I don't know if she is currently dating anybody else, but if she isn't, then she shouldn't let what happened to her and Mollie prevent her from starting a new relationship with other people. So if you wanted permission, or were waiting for some type of sign, or feeling some type of guilt, like, oh, maybe I shouldn't go date somebody, or maybe other people will feel a certain way about me dating other people after what happened with me and Mollie, don't do that, because at the very least, the tarot is saying that that is absolutely unnecessary. She should just go and be with whomever she wants to be with. She doesn't need anybody else's permission for that. Let's see. I think I want to switch to the Modern Witch Tarot. Kind of got this inkling that we need to switch. Alright, so here is the other deck. And then we have here the Knight of Swords. So is this a double card? No. Knight of Swords flew out, and this is basically saying get moving, because the Knight of Swords is somebody who is very quick to act. As you can see, he's chasing the wind basically, or the wind is chasing him perhaps, but they're moving at quite a pace, and maybe somebody else is also trying to make a move on her somehow. Or maybe there's an initiative that she should chase, because the swords are like a communication card, but also like thinking, all sorts of notions that come up in the mind. Maybe she should just chase a few of her ideas and see where they lead. They might not lead to where you would initially think that they would go, but that's just the thing. They might lead you to somewhere where you need to be. Yeah, here we go. We have the Seven of Pentacles. Like, definitely continue to nurture the things that you've been working on, and maybe not all of these pentacles will ripen into something that you can actually eat or process or do whatever with, but at least a few of them will. So continue to chase dreams, things that you've been wanting to do. Don't put your life on hold. There's a lot of cards here now. Let's see. Ten of Wands, that's a lot of burden. And we have the Magician in reverse. Yes, because the thing that's burdening you is keeping you from manifesting the things that you really want and need in your life. Getting like, okay, the situation that occurred in 2012, it's really burdened you a lot. That's why we also have the Nine of Swords. And it's probably given you a pause to put stuff on hold and not really continue all the things, all the plans that you had beforehand. Like, yes, you want to teach people, like over here, and guarantee a brighter future for a lot of people, but that doesn't mean that your own initiatives have to be held back. And these two cards are definitely saying that, like, she's apparently still weighed down by a lot, and that's disturbing her way of manifesting things into her life, putting things on hold. Shouldn't do that. Okay, let's see what else we get. Oop, that one jumped out, and the world is in reverse over here. I tend to take the world as people looking at you or what is publicly visible, and this might be next to this whole burden and fear thing, another one of those things that makes people think like, oh, what will the world think of me if I move on and do things? Will they have like opinions about that? And there might be people who feel that way. I mean, some people, even though it's not their life and it's not their decision, will make judgment calls on what you do with your life, but don't really obsess over that. It's really not their call. It's not their life, like I said. And if you need to move on, if you need to do stuff, definitely do that, and don't wait for anybody's commentary on that, because it's not their life. Like I said, it's not their call. And if you want to do things that may not be related to this whole event, because that could also be a thing. There's this thing that people do, particularly on social media. If you're known for something, then that, according to all the people that follow you, is the only thing that you're really allowed to do. That is the box that you're allowed to stay in. And if you want to do something else, then that's met with criticism and negativity. And this card wants to lay on my hand. See that? I'll grab it. It's an interesting way to present yourself. So don't let that bother you. And here is the Six of Wands thing. Yeah, certain people might come for you for that because they'll have this idea of what you should behave like, what you should be doing as this victim of this terrible attack. And they will definitely not greet you warmly, because the Six of Wands is normally a hero card, like somebody who's being celebrated, and maybe they will not greet you that way if you go ahead and do your thing. But don't let that stop you, because there are other people in your life that will definitely greet you as the hero and the person who's doing great and against all odds and that type of thing. And the people that are the furthest away probably have the loudest voices, and they should just be ignored, quite honestly. Alright, I'm going to go for a few more cards to see what we can get. So these two kind of want to fall, but are they going to? Yeah. Right, because we do have some Ace of Pentacles energy here, and a Four of Wands. There's definitely some new opportunities coming up, or maybe in your mind, that you could pursue that may cause some temporary loss of harmony, but you don't need to worry too much about that. This entire lineup is all about the same thing, but that's not unexpected. That tends to happen a lot. With tarot readings, they tend to just echo and confirm that what we've been seeing so far is indeed what we are supposed to be looking at. I'm going to draw a few more of the Urban Tarot cards. I feel like 2 cards more, and then I think we are going to call it here. Let's see what else we can get. What's the final messages, pointers, tips, anything really that you might want to impart. Oh, that one flipped itself over. The Ten of Pentacles, that's right, because ultimately you will get to the place that you want to go. You will reap the rewards and the benefits of all the initiatives that you've been trying to maintain back here with the Seven of Pentacles and the Ace of Pentacles over here. And then the people that were criticizing you before, all they can really do is just look on as you continue with your life. Oops. I said 2 cards, but we're getting a whole bunch. Okay, great. So we have the Two of Pentacles in reverse. So this is kind of like a balancing act, but it's a warning not to get too stuck on trying to strike some type of financial balance. Perhaps there's some issues there. I don't know. Honestly, don't know what she's personally going through right now, aside from, of course, the processing of the trauma. We have the Nine of Pentacles here again. We're getting a lot of Pentacles here. So basically there's Two of Pentacles and a Nine of Pentacles trying to say, like, don't worry too much about your finances, because ultimately you'll be fine. We saw the Ten of Pentacles here as well, like an inheritance, something that's coming in the future. It's going to do a lot of good. You don't need to worry too much about saving up too much. We do again have a Four of Wands here, so this is a continuation of this theme here. Like, people might not appreciate what you're doing, But we have again the Fool in reverse. So this one is now saying, even though it's come here a second time, because we have them over here as well, don't let people distract you. Don't let people push you in a path that they feel like you should take. Just keep following your path stubbornly, and just look down on the people that would have wished you to do other things. Just like this person over here, just kind of gazing down onto the world where people are doing their own thing, and you're up here minding your own business and making your own conscious choices, because that's what I normally see the reversed Fool as. Usually upright, the Fool is just follow the flow, go with the flow, do your thing, follow the river, stuff like that. But this card is basically saying, no, we're going to strike our own path, and that's going to cause some harmony issues. But ultimately, like we've seen here with the Pentacles, that's maybe a problem for some other people, but we're not too bothered by that. You'll get what you need when you need it. So that is what I'm seeing in the ways of messages from Mollie to Kristine. Hope you found it interesting, and hope to see you in another reading. In any case, thanks for watching, and bye bye for now.